Hey everybody, I just wanted to do a quick Christmas message and a quick thank you video to those who have helped out with the podcast, those who view the website, and that sort of thing, and talk about what I want to do with this thing next year. So yes, first of all, I'll do the shout outs. So the guys who do the Walking Dead podcast with me, thank you David, Sophie and Chris for being great friends to me this year and being there for me. And of course some of the bad times that I've had, but thank you for being some good friends this year and for doing The Walking Dead with me. You guys didn't have to do it, you guys chose to, and thank you for taking the time out to do that, and you guys have been great friends, so thank you to you guys for that. And Chris also for doing the Civil War podcast earlier in the year, which is of course on the website. You can check that out if you're interested. There's Natasha Gray, who's been a great friend to me as well and has done a couple of pieces for the website, which of course if you go to content creators you'll see everybody's names there who've done something for the website. So yes, thank you Natasha for being a great friend as well. Thank you to Colin, who sent us some nice tweets this year that I've used on the DCTV podcast, and I think one or two tweets I used on the Walking Dead podcast, I can't remember, but I know I used some of Colin's recent tweets for the DC thing, and thank you for sticking around and checking out the content that you wanted to on the website. There is, yes, Amanda to thank as well. Thank you for writing various different pieces for the website this year, doing the Suicide Squad review, and some other pieces that aren't coming to mind. PlayStation Now she talked about, and plenty of other things that aren't coming to mind right now, unfortunately. And yes, hopefully Amanda will be back next year to continue writing some cool pieces for the website. Thank you to... Yes, I think that's all these shout outs and thank yous I've got to give. I apologise if I've forgotten anybody. Of course you guys will tell me. So yeah, what do I want to do next year with this? I want to do some more first impressions videos. I kind of regret not doing more of those, especially for the games with gold games, for the Xbox Live games, which I feel are the best ones to do because I feel like a lot of people have Xbox Live Gold, so therefore they're the ones that are most accessible to people, because even though 90% of gamers will download all 4 games each month, it's I feel like I want to put my opinion out on whether these games are actually worth your time or whether they're just worth adding to your library. So that's why I do those, and they're also of course accessible to me in that way because I have the Xbox Live Gold and I can download those 4 games each month. The PlayStation Plus games I want to do, but they haven't been the best games they could possibly have been. I think the last one I did was Resident Evil back in October. There's been some other games. They only do 2 of those each month because they do PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation Vita games, which I don't have a Vita or a PS3. So I don't do those ones. There is some more written stuff, some more like top 5s, top 10s for characters, for shows, for all those kind of things. Still got plenty I can do in that area, and I can also always update those every 6 months or so. So when opinions change. There's of course the podcast that we do, which is Xbox, The Walking Dead, TV, and DC, and of course I sometimes go on Geektown as well. So thank you David for including me in that. So as a podcast, I intended for all of those 4 to return. As far as the TV one, that will kind of be every now and then when we feel like we have something to discuss, myself and Robert. I can't remember if I did thank Robert, so thank you Robert for doing the Xbox podcast, the TV one and the DC one. So yeah, thank you Robert for joining in with those. You, of course, those of you who joined me didn't have to, like I said, but you chose to take your time out to do that, so thank you for that. Yeah, so those 4 podcasts will be back. I'll also be doing written reviews for 24 when that starts in February. That will be, so Wednesday may be a packed day in terms of reviews because I'll have The Walking Dead and 24 to do, and then of course those will be posted Thursday. I intend to get those out as soon as possible, so that's the rough schedule for those next year. So that's about 5 pieces of content a week. Of course with TV and The Walking Dead, with TV and The Walking Dead not always being on, like we're more likely to do the TV podcast when there's, the kind of January to March, April, May schedule, and then of course Walking Dead when it's on. It's not on all throughout the year, so that won't always be 4 podcasts in the week. It'll be 3 to 4 with 2 sometimes. So yeah, more written stuff, more first impressions videos, more of the same podcast, but that doesn't necessarily mean more of the same in a boring way. So yeah, that kind of stuff is what you can expect. Plenty for me to do next year with this thing, and it should be a lot of fun. A lot of effort, but a lot of fun. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else I particularly wanted to say. Again, if I've forgotten to do a shout out for you, I do apologise. So yeah, that's about it. Just, first impressions videos, podcasts, written stuff. I want to do other like gameplay videos, so not necessarily first impressions, but things like Uncharted multiplayer that I want to step back into, some more Overwatch stuff, because I did do a few of those last year as well, and they were quite fun. And maybe some for Battlefield, or maybe Star Wars Battlefront when I get Battlefield 1. And yeah, another thing I want to do is, it won't be quite as often, but if I do first impressions videos for new-ish games or games that I want to review, I'll do like a first impressions, and then of course 2, 3, 4 weeks later, however long it takes me to finish the game, I'll then want to do a written review. So that's kind of what I want to do more of as well. So it's not just podcasts, it's like other stuff as well. So yeah, I think I've taken up enough of your guys' time. Thank you for watching this quick video. Have a nice Christmas. We'll be going on Christmas break from Friday, with the DCTV podcast being the last piece of content for the year. We'll be back with, I think, Xbox on either the 9th or the 16th. Of course, I'll have to make that decision, which that will, of course, have its name changed because we want to talk about PlayStation more and Nintendo with the Nintendo Switch coming out, and with, I don't think myself or Robert will be getting the Switch as soon as it comes out, so we won't be doing like an unboxing or anything until we either get one of those, till we get that. But we certainly want to discuss it and discuss the discussion around it, like people's reviews and their thoughts, to like kind of go off those sort of things, because we can't review something that we haven't played or tried out. So yeah, that's roughly the look at next year. So of course, if I have anything else planned, then I'll put it out. So thank you for watching, guys. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. Thank you for watching. Yeah, the website is entertainmenttalk.org, which if you already know that if you found this. Twitter is at eTalkUK. The email is entertainmenttalk@hotmail.com, and the Patreon is patreon.com/entertainmenttalk. Have a nice Christmas. I'll see you guys in January for some more content. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next year. Bye bye.